Hi, this is Luis Souza from rawveganpower.com, and we have here today a very special guest, Ka Sundance from the Raw Food family. And here we are in his blog, and he has lots of wonderful, exciting content about the raw vegan food and how to start and every tip you can imagine. But this inspiring man, Ka Sundance, is also an online entrepreneur, and he loves to help people to make a living with your passion, and especially addressing people who are in a raw vegan diet. So I'm going to turn here to my face and welcome my dear friend Ka Sundance.
Hello, Luis. I'm very pleased to talk to you from Bali to Brazil. How cool is
Yeah,
that?
that's very cool. And the first time I knew about you through the internet, you were in Costa Rica, and now you are in Bali. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and then I will pick this change of places that you made to start this interview. Well, the raw vegan diet is hard to follow if you live and you stay in the same place all the time, like I do. And I keep wondering, how do you do when you are traveling and relocating as you do so often?
Well, first of all, I have a little bit to disagree with you here. I feel it is actually a little bit more easy if you are in one place because you know your sources where you're going to get your good food from. It is, however, a little bit difficult, I feel, if you live up north, because I come from Germany, and in Germany, especially during winter time, you don't have this so much in Brazil, but also most of our people watching are from the United States or from Northern Europe. So it is rather hard to maintain, especially if you go for a 100% raw food diet, to maintain this in cold winter time. So there I would, go along with you. However, as we are a traveling family, I'm a father of 4 kids, and my wife and me, we travel the world since many years. I feel that always when we travel, we are not like the normal tourists. The normal tourists go like from one place to the other. We always stay for months at one place, at least, several months. So, and we always build up a routine then, once we arrive in a place, we get help, we get the local person to help us with the household and everything, and with the shopping. She knows then the places, and she shows us around, or the person shows us around. And then it gets easier again after we stayed somewhere for a while. But if you're just traveling, you arrive somewhere, you don't know the good sources where to get good food and organic food, and especially in the countries we travel, in the tropical countries, you don't have like a health food store, like people watching in the United States or in Germany or in England, we don't have health food stores in the tropical countries. You have to always, find smart ways to get organic, good food. And that always takes a little while. So I would not necessarily agree with you that it's easier if you travel to, or it's hard to, if you're in one place, to eat good raw vegan food, if you allow me to disagree with you.
No, I agree with you because maybe you didn't understand me. I was telling that
Yeah,
it should be harder when you are traveling and relocating.
Then I was not understanding you. You're right. Then
Sorry.
I have to apologize. I was not understanding you correctly. I'm sorry about that.
And one other question, a curiosity, because I saw in some interviews that you made with some people that you don't agree so much with the 8 and 10 diet. And then I was wondering what is the difference? What is the main difference between your diet and the 8 and 10 diet?
Well, I have to make very sure here because I received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments from angry people in the 80-10-10 movement. I want to make sure here that I not necessarily disagree with the 80-10-10 diet. That I don't say there are people thriving on 80-10-10, and there are quite a fair number thriving on 80-10-10. So I'm not saying that this concept is not working or anything like that. All I'm saying is that we, as the raw food family, we are not living that lifestyle. But I don't say this with any judgment or whatsoever, which is anyway a very important fundament of my teachings online is to be non-judgmental towards others, but especially also towards ourselves. So to answer your question, my approach is a non-100% approach. We are the raw food family and we love raw foods. We have been living 4 years on a 100% raw food diet because my son was very sick. He had asthma and he had chronic diseases no doctor could heal. We went from doctor to doctor and nobody could help us. And then we turned towards a 100% raw vegan diet and his symptoms were gone within several days. So it worked miracles for us. And so we had a good reason to do it 100% and very dogmatic and strict. But after some years, my oldest son actually, he asked me to have some cooked food again. And this was shaking the fundament of our stiff beliefs we had in regards to the raw food diet, and allowed us to just kind of become a little bit more flexible and open and less judgmental towards ourselves, most and for all. So right now our approach is we do not eat 100% raw food diet. Always those numbers. I would say maybe 90-95%. We have mostly raw foods and fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds. But we also add some quinoa, for example, some steamed vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli. We steam sometimes those vegetables. We have brown rice. We have some lentils also. And we have some like buckwheat noodles. So but we not eat white refined sugar, no white salt, no gluten, no alcohol, no drugs, no coffee. So there's still a lot of the unhealthy stuff we don't do. And also no meat. We are vegetarians also. But it is not a 100% raw food diet. And in my belief also, it is not necessarily to go for a 100% raw food diet, because it very often creates this almost like an obsession in people's head. If you have to stick to this 100%, but your emotion sometimes maybe wants some cooked foods, then you have to judge yourself. You have to because most people get very unhappy then. Either way, they stick to the 100%, but then they are not really happy and fulfilled because some part of their body wants some cooked foods, or they go back and have some cooked foods and are very unhappy and judgmental towards themselves and create suffering. So I have from heart, that's my mission, want to avoid that and help people to avoid that by just becoming easy, becoming tolerant and allowing fallbacks and allowing mistakes and not being judgmental about it. It's all right. It's all, just make a lot of healthy choices, but don't try to be 100% this or that. You very likely, like all the others, will fail. So don't set yourself up for failure, I say. Just set yourself up for health and just go a slow road towards more health, not believing you have to do 100% this or that.
And speaking about health, we were talking before that if you are not happy with what you are doing, especially in your job and in the things that you do in your life to earn money, you won't be happy, and the raw food won't work for you, right?
That's also another take or a niche I have in the raw food movement or in the natural health movement, that I feel again that people are so obsessed with the food they eat. And then on the other hand, I read so often that people cannot afford organic food. And what I'm always saying is, if you have a job you hate, or you have a job that you're not happy, really truly happy with, that you do just something for a living, you're not really 100%, your heart is not in that job you do. You can eat as much raw food and vegan food as you want. You can eat vegan food and raw vegan food till you get blue in the face. You will never reach true health. It's not possible. We have to see, and that is my important lesson here, we have to see that health is consisting out of many different facets. There are different parts that have to be seen and we have to bring in balance. And the actual food we eat is important, so don't get me wrong. I believe that we have to add organic foods and lots of raw foods, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. And again, if you're doing a job you're not 100% convinced of, you will missing out. So what I'm saying is, or my mission is here to help people to do what they love. And I believe that there is a very unique and special gift to every person on earth. Everybody has a very special gift, totally unique to this one person. And that we have the possibility in our life to just go for this passion, to do what we really love to do, what we're here to, what our soul wants to express and wants to do. And my mission is truly, because that's what I'm doing with my life, I'm here to teach people. And I'm teaching people to teach people to express their passion, to live their passion, and therefore not only thrive also financially, because this is also the road where you will find abundance, but to become healthy, and to contribute. I'm driven by serving people, by helping people, and by helping people to help people. So that's what I do, and that's what I see is so important to reach true health, not only health, but also happiness in life, to no longer be in that vicious poverty thinking circle of, you just have to do a job. Money is hard to earn. It's, life can be hard. All those beliefs, we have, so many of us have been implemented since generations, it's this poverty thinking, and it's a choice. If we think that way, if we maintain that thought that has been maybe passed on from our parents, like I come from poverty. I have not, rich parents or anything like that. So I changed my mindset here. We live now really nice places. I'm just sitting here next to my pool in Bali, where we just arrived some days ago. But this has not been, been coming to me just from nature. I have changed, and my message is: so can you. Even if you're in very bad poverty right now, you can change this. It's not like you have to win the lottery. You have responsibility. You can take responsibility and move forward with your life towards your passion and become more healthy and also fulfilled and happy. That's my mission to teach.
I think you are talking about escaping the rat race, right, that most people
Yes.
live in, right? And well, I know that you are a coach. How does your coaching work, and how do you help, especially raw vegans, to make a living out of their passions? How do you do
Well,
that?
yeah. Well, I work a 5-step system with my clients. But however, I have to say that right now I'm booked. I'm fully booked. So I have more clients than I can handle. So I cannot accept new clients right now. But I'm working with actually all of my clients. And it's not just people in the raw vegan movement that I'm helping, but I'm helping conscious people who have a message they want to share with the world. They want to help. They want to contribute. So they have something they believe in. And it's beyond money. So I'm also about making a very comfortable income, but this is not the main factor. This is almost like a side effect. I'm basically helping people to share their message with a huge audience, and that not necessarily has to be a raw vegan message. However, I'm not helping people to promote like meat or so. I'm very picky with what kind of persons I work together with. But the system that I'm working with people is it's a 5-step. Maybe I just share, briefly this. The first thing is the first thing I'm doing with people is always creating something like a business plan to become clear about what their role in the business is, what the business is looking like, what they do, what they don't do, what kind of services and products they will sell, just to get a very clear, structured overview about what the business is looking like. So this needs some coaching to get really specific and clear about that, also to measure success down the road. So this is the first step what I'm doing. And the second step, people often underestimate this. It's a little technical, but you ask me, so I give you answer here. The second step is to become very clear about your tribe of people. Who would you like to ideally inspire and help and serve? In the marketing language, you would call this, get clear about your target audience. But I always like to say, your tribe of people, your group of people you care about, and your ideal people you would like to help. How would that person look like? What kind of gender, age, what kind of job does he do? What kind of interest does he have? What kind of websites does he or she hang out? Those are all very, very important questions to get really specific and clear about those things. So that's number 2. Number 3 is, if you know your people, your group of people, then it's about, packaging your knowledge. It's about, the product design. And then I help people to get really specific here, to see a person, are you better in writing? Do you like more doing videos, audios? What are your gifts? Where are your talents? Where you're not so good? And out of this, we then can create, several different products that are relating to each other, that make sense, that build on each other, from also cheap to more expensive. That all is designed. So, there is a lot of thought behind creating a successful business. And I can, help with my expertise to do that with people. And then when we have the product, step number 4 is the sharing. The marketing would say the marketing strategy, but I don't like this saying so much. It's more about, how you share your message in a very authentic, in a very real way with a huge number of people. And there again, this is a holistic process. I'm working really holistically, seeing the strength of people. Where do they shine? What comes easy, natural to them? And this is what I actually, create then a strategy for people so they don't have to sell. And the selling is not good. If you have to sell something, you very likely will not succeed. You have to get in the mindset that you have something, you have created a gift, a product, a service that you're convinced from heart that it makes a difference, that it really helps people. And then you're not selling this service, you're just basically you're offering a gift to the world, of a gift of transformation, of change. And if you have created a good product, a good service that is really, you from the heart believe that it's helping people, then you don't have to sell. It's like, you want to share it, you want to help people with that gift. And that is the language that I help people to find and to connect to also, so that they don't have to sell, but basically to share. And then the fifth, and I love this the most as a father of 4 and somebody who comes from the red race, is the fifth step is about outsourcing. And as I'm also a German dude, so I like this automatization, to finding lots of free services online that help you to delegate. I'm creating a team also, having like a virtual assistant, but also having like online tools to help you to, outsource the things you're not so good in. For example, I love to outsource my writing. I'm not such a good English writer. I love doing videos, but my writing is outsourced. Or then, the client, the customer support. And, but a lot of other things, you have to create the business first and everything, and then you can just sit down with me and then we can see what can be, outsourced and delegated, deleted even, and therefore not create another 8 to 5 job, but go for one of the Bibles of mine, the 4-hour work week with Tim Ferriss. I feel the less I work, the more money I make and the bigger impact I have on the world. It's really an interesting cycle, I feel, but I see this with others as well. The less you work, the bigger impact you have and the more money you can make. Really interesting. So that's the fifth step that I'm working with people. So I hope that was not too long here explaining my system.
No, and it was fantastic that you shared that with us. And this leads me to my last question here with you. What would be a typical day in Ka's life, in your life?
Well, yeah, thank you for this question. I love this question. It makes me feel good right here. It's just the sun comes up, so we have early in the morning here in Bali. So my day started that I basically was, I was hanging out with my kids. We always sleep together in big beds we have. And the first thing, normally I go and jump in the pool. That's what I do for a starter. So we have our own pool. For the first time also in our life, we have our own private pool in our house. How cool is that? So we get out of bed and we just jump in the pool and have a little swim. And then normally we have somebody, prepared a green juice and breakfast for us. So then we have like several liters of green juice, which is basically my breakfast till noon. So I'm just drinking, a liter right away in the morning to have a green juice. And then it depends a little bit, maybe then I just hang out with my wife a little bit, we chat and the kids play, and then I will check my emails. I will check for my clients and just look a little bit for fun also on YouTube, how much more views. I have a big YouTube channel, to browse a little bit, because in the night, always when I sleep, the most is happening because people are in the United States mostly watching. So always when I sleep, in the next morning, a lot of things have happened. So I check the emails, check the sales I did overnight, and YouTube, and then it depends. On some days I look always, if I coach people, that I always do this like on one day. If it's a coaching day, then I coach like 4 or 5 clients in a row. I always like to get them all together so I don't have them splattered all over the week. But one day then I have my clients. Then another day I would have like a business development day. I always have my day structured a little bit, like, and then it's client's day, and one day it's just where we visionize about, where we go from here, about, we design new products or new services, and it's me and my wife. So I'm the poster boy. I'm always the anchor man who is on the video and scene, but my business or the businesses are very close related between my wife and me. So it's always the both of us, and we take a lot of time also to just talk about which way we want to present ourselves and which way this is all going. Yeah, and if it's a coaching day, I coach my clients. If it's a business development day, I'm talking about this. Then also I don't work, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so it's just a 4 hour work week. I have not 4 hour, 4 day work week, but it's not 8 hours a day, so we don't work that much. And noontime I'm always with the kids. We play in the pool, or we do, in 2 days we're gonna see and swim with the dolphins here in Bali. There is a huge resort where you can swim with the dolphins. Then the next day we will go and just go in the ocean, and early in the morning they have big mega ponds of dolphins. So we go and with the boat and just see like hundreds of dolphins in the water. You can also jump in the water.
Fantastic.
So we do a lot of also like adventure stuff, lifestyle stuff, as we also homeschool our kids. Yeah, and then normally in the afternoon I do videos. Not every day, but maybe every second day or something. I do, like 2-3 videos in a row, because in the afternoon I always do my videos outside in nature, and in the afternoon before sunset, the light is always the best. So yeah, and then I do some videos if it's the video day, and then we again have some food in the evening, and that's basically that. And then I bring together with my wife, we bring the kids to bed.
Thank you so much, Ka, for being here and sharing all this great stuff with us, because I realize that you are someone that really lives what the raw vegan power means. I mean, the name of my blog, and I really appreciate, because I see in you what raw vegan power should mean. And well, people from Raw Vegan Power, our visitors, I invite you to visit kasundance.com, because it's a very inspiring blog. Thank you so much, Ka, for being here with us. And I hope that I can see you more, because it's a great pleasure every time I listen to you in your videos or have something from you. Thank you so much, Ka. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, and all the love to the people watching. Thank you very much, and bye bye from Bali.
Bye bye from Brazil.